How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Want to quit tobacco? You don't have to do it alone. The Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line can help you quit any type of tobacco. We offer professional coaches to help you create a personalized quit plan with an online community to support you along the way. Plus, we'll connect you to resources like medications to help you quit, so you have everything you need to become tobacco-free. Quit with confidence. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired in association with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
My early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take.
But it gave my mom and me more time to plan together.
Talk to your family about seeing a doctor. Go to alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People City Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
First, I hold my hands out like they're on a steering wheel. Then I look over my shoulder. Next, I put it in reverse. Beep, beep, beep.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
My early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take.
But it gave my mom and me more time to plan together.
Talk to your family about seeing a doctor. Go to alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Fern as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Coming at you live from the 93.7 The Ticket studio. From the heart of Lincoln, America, this is What's Next 24 with the authors of Next 24.
All right, welcome in. Happy Sunday. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos, as always. If you guys want to text in, 402-464-5685, Facebook, YouTube, X, Owl, Channel 961. All great ways to put a face to the voice. With the host, as always, Mike and Sheri.
All right, well, welcome to What's Next with Mike and Sheri on 93.7 The Ticket FM, where we're diving into healthcare reimagined with Dr. Jamie Dodge today from Alethea Integrative Medicine in Lincoln. Dr. Dodge and his team are changing the way we think about wellness and combining advanced medical science with personalized regenerative therapies to help athletes and active individuals recover faster, perform better, and stay healthy. Sheri, I'm really excited because I need to know more about this therapy. I really do.
I'll tell you what, this is, for me, working in medical all my life, I'm excited anytime Dr. Dodge comes on our show. Jamie Dodge is our guest today and his illustrious son. And Dr. Dodge is an exceptionally skilled physician. He's been serving patients at Alethea Integrative Medicine in Lincoln here. He's devoted to providing his patients with personalized care and ensuring their true wellness. With over 20 years in family medicine, hospital medicine, and emergency medicine, Dr. Dodge understands the importance of building a trusting relationship between himself and his patients. This rapport and trust enables patients to communicate freely with their physician and get to the root cause of their concerns. Dr. Dodge's priority is to respect patients' freedom when making healthcare decisions. Dr. Dodge held several clinical professorships through the universities of Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. And that's pretty impressive. While in South Dakota, he also taught at a family medicine postgraduate training program. After over 20 years of service in the Army National Guard, including 3 deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan, which I'm assuming he was a medic, but we'll find out about that in a minute, Dr. Dodge returned to the United States to dedicate himself to Alethea Integrative and his patients. Currently, he continues his service in rural Nebraska as Chief Medical Officer at Friend Community Healthcare System in Friend. He holds an appointment to the Nebraska Board of Health and serves on the board of directors of the Nebraska Medical Association and the Lancaster County Medical Society. He's a fellow of the American Academy of Family Physicians, and he's been board certified by the American Board of Family Medicine since 2005. And good grief, when do you sleep?
Well, thank you, Sheri. Really appreciate being here, and Michael, always good to be
Oh,
here. Yeah.
Great to always have you. We want to learn today. We're going to turn this over to you today, and it's going to be the Dr. Dodge show today. Where does it all begin? Where do we start?
You know, it's exciting, and thanks again, and my son Sam's with me too, because a lot of what we're talking about today is innovation, and in the field of medicine, it's a really exciting time now because we have so many tools in our toolkit for regenerative and longevity medicine. And really, that's the exciting thing that people are finding out more and more about not just how to live, but to live well, live life to the full is what we're trying.
Yeah, and to be to live a longer life.
Yes, and that's a great point. And longevity insofar as not just length of time, but the quality of time.
Absolutely.
And it's referred to many times not just as lifespan, but health span.
Yes, yes. And it's, tell us the difference, because I know when this type, and I'm probably not saying this right, but this type of medicine started coming to effect. And I think people that had been in the medical profession, including myself, was a little skeptical. I mean, my oldest daughter first started going, and I think they're using the word now more integrative, but when it started, it was functional medicine. And I think what a lot of people in the public don't realize is that the doctors that are practicing this type of medicine your bio is so impressive, but they are actually board certified, credentialed. You could go out today and start, what's the word I'm looking for? Just like you could go out today and start a regular family practice clinic where you're writing prescriptions right and left. And, for young people, especially for old people, I have been so blown away. Where I work, we deal with a lot of elderly, a lot of skilled nursing patients, and I'm the one who enters all their medications in. And I'm telling you, my jaw drops. I am typing in 5 and 6 pages of medication on one person. It's like, how can one person be on all this medication? So you tell us how the things that you use, the tools that you have, where people aren't overprescribed.
Yeah, what a great story, Sheri. I mean, and so common. And really, it comes down to, I think, a mindset of really what's available and what can be utilized really to best serve others and really to serve their health goals. And I think what you mentioned terms like functional and integrative, and I think there are maybe some key points to talk about there. And integrative, as we approach medicine at Alethea, is really to integrate, to bring together fields and really opportunities and tools and resources and put them together in a way that really serves the person, that really serves their health. And you mentioned pharmaceuticals, and really there's been a lot of innovation there, and there continues to be. But those are simply tools as individuals and even as a whole group, or those pharmaceuticals, to where sometimes those are highly
highly useful. And other times they may not be the proper tool for any given individual or situation, where instead maybe we'd look at something like hyperbaric oxygen or nutritional supplements or making specific lifestyle changes insofar as sleep or how we eat and incorporate fasting or exercise and things like that. Because if we only approach a situation or a person's health and not really even to call it a problem, but to look for a solution, and we only have one group of tools, then maybe we're missing out.
Absolutely. And I mean, this is just such a small piece, but one of the areas where I became a big believer, I have battled sinus infections literally since my 20s and allergies. And you call the doctor. Okay, my doctor, I've had her for 25 years. I call, say, tell her here's my symptoms. Can I get an antibiotic? And there's a integrative / functional. Is there a difference in between the two?
Well, I think, yeah, many times it seems like it's in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, and I would say that, we have a saying that if you've seen one doctor, you've seen one doctor.
Yeah.
And really the individual approach is also person dependent as far as in your case, but it's also physician dependent.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I would say in general, yes, but there could be a difference from one integrative physician to another.
Absolutely.
And really should be.
Well, and it's like, but your conventional physicians is the same way, and it's finding somebody that you trust.
Sure. Yeah,
But
so
I mean,
important.
good grief. When I used to have time, I could run in there and, pay $20, $25 and I'm probably pretty sure you do this. Do you do the ozone?
Yeah, sure. So ozone's an exciting piece of therapy too. Just increasing levels of oxygen.
Yes.
We're giving
Yes.
really your body the resources it needs to work as it's designed to work, and then address those challenges. Could be a sinus infection.
Right.
It
And
could
I'm
be
telling you.
aging well. It could be recovery from exercise, sports, illness.
Yes. And on that note, though, I know we wanted to cover some of the exciting things you're doing with sports medicine.
Sure. Yeah, and that's fun. That's why it's fun to have Sam with me too, because I always tell patients I eat my own cooking. So from a standpoint of
I just saw Sam's face on that one.
I eat his cooking too. He's actually a very talented young chef. In sports medicine, we have a lot of youth. It's very popular, this, and we have a lot of adults too that are again getting into exercise, and even frankly, just going through life is a workout. And I consider everybody an athlete. If you're moving your body purposefully, you're an athlete. So we have adults, we have kids that are in sports, that are exercising, and in sports medicine, they were really setting the body up for success. So fueling the body properly. We have patients come in, whether they're 6 or 16 or 60, and we do a full assessment of their nutritional status. What's their current state of reality insofar as that goes? How are they doing in their protein intake, and what's their body look like as far as their vitamin D, B12, their iron levels? These are common deficiencies we see. It surprises me all the time because, we live in a world of abundance. We live in a country of abundance, yet we're missing some pieces.
Well, let's get Sam in here. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Tell everybody where you go to school.
So I go to school at Lincoln Christian. I'm a senior.
And you just finished with your football season, correct?
Yeah, so football season just finished up. Wrestling conditioning is going to be starting pretty soon.
Are you going to do some wrestling?
Yeah, and then I also run track in the fall.
And track. You're pretty good size. How tall are you now?
About 6'4".
About 6'4". I saw some pictures of it. What position are you playing football?
So I play O-line and D-line.
Very good. And
the Huskers could use you on that.
yeah, we could
O-line
use you.
show.
Let me ask you a question. Do you take your father's advice?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I try to as much as I can. Sometimes it's a little hard because, there's pushback from being being his kid and the whole like not wanting to eat your vegetables or whatever.
Well, you're a young man, and of course in athletics and so forth. Have you had some injuries?
Yeah, actually, so I haven't had any big ones really, except for my freshman year. I got a pretty bad concussion.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty rough.
Well, tell me, in terms of just working out and your routine, I'm assuming you do the supplements or follow some of your
Yes.
dad's recommendations.
Yeah.
What I'd just like to ask you, can you tell the difference? Do you feel a difference in your recovery?
Well, I mean, absolutely. Part of it is, it's hard to see. It's hard to see a little bit because you don't.
So
It's hard
young.
to see the stuff that isn't there. But
Yes.
when I just look around at like my friends and like everyone else, people who are doing the same exact things as me, like 3 sports year round, young kids, and I just see like they'll get coughs, they'll get like little sicknesses, and it's those things. And then there's like those minor injuries that they're always in the training room, and I just find myself less and less. And I used to think it was like, oh, it's just genetics, but then I realized maybe it is the like 5 pills that I'm taking every morning that are actually helping me out a little bit.
Dr. Dodge, I'd like to ask you a question because I look at this going back. I'm a little older. I'm 64 now. But I just think back when I was growing up in the 70s and 60s, when my mother took me to the doctor was only when I was sick. Or if I was in, only time I went to the doctor and when I played sports and I had knee surgery was only when I was injured. But so what was the change in you that made you just go down this different path? There had to be a time, I imagine, you were thinking traditional medicine. What was the switch for you?
Yeah, it's a great question, and Sam's story really helps me reflect on that because I'm very pragmatic, and over 20 plus years of practicing, I could see what really worked, what was actually helpful for people.
Mm-hmm.
And my field has had an emphasis on preventive medicine really in word, and in theme for almost all of those 20 years, if not more. But we really didn't have any tools. And
Mm-mm.
not only did we not, or at least made aware of those tools from a institutional standpoint, medical school, et cetera, it's not necessarily supported even by, I would just say it, insurance and pharmaceutical industries per se. So in Sam's, story reflecting on different supplements or after a concussion, getting into a hyperbaric oxygen chamber for recovery, these things they exist,
Mm-hmm.
but we have to essentially step outside of a paradigm and shift to be able to have those resources available. So it was really just seeing the effects and the positive outcomes utilizing some of those innovations.
Well, I've got 2 questions for you. One, you use the phrase healthcare reimagined. I think that's awesome. Well, let's go back to that. I didn't think about this. You see a lot of concussions now in sports these days. What is your recommendation? What do you do? What's the protocol?
And there are some great innovators in this field and locally and in the area, which really is encouraging to me because the concussions are really
huge
common.
right now in
Really,
kids
really
sports
big, really big.
and college sports.
Yeah. So really, number one, I consider it, and it is a brain injury. When we sprain our ankle, there's an inflammatory response or swelling. The body begins to try to repair itself through design processes, and the brain's no different. But when the brain's injured, it's hard to put ice on it. It's an ankle, you can elevate it. With the brain, what are you doing? So there are some great tools like hyperbaric oxygen, where you breathe oxygen inside a pressurized chamber, which really reduces that inflammation. And it starts to decrease inflammatory markers. It mobilizes what we call stem cells that then can go in and help your body begin to repair.
Wow.
So it's just a great innovative tool to begin that healing process.
Sam, I'm sorry, Sam. Let's get back to you on that. Did you have symptoms? How did you know you had a concussion? How did that? Tell us the story.
Yeah, so it was at a wrestling match and I banged my head up pretty good, and I just remember it was that feeling of being in a dream, sort of, where I like looked back on it and like everything that was happening, I was like, wait, I've seen this before, and like it felt very dreamlike, and so I told my dad, and I didn't even think I had one, but we had just gotten the hyperbaric chamber, so he swept me away to the office, pumped me full of omega-3, and then I was in the hyperbaric for like 2 hours, and I got home pretty late on that school night, but it turned out it paid dividends.
So did it take more than one session in the my doctors use HBO for burns and wounds, so I know about this much about it, but did it take more than one session in the hyperbaric oxygen?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
To get back to where you felt like you were
and it
back
was
on your baseline?
It was sort of that ongoing process. My concussion was pretty bad, so it definitely took more than one, but there was kind of those incremental steps with like each one. I noticed like definitely there was progress. Like my mom said, I would walk in like very like pale and like super like dull and like sullen, and then I'd come out and there would just be a bit of a glow, and I think I definitely like felt that. I could definitely say that in retrospect.
Sam, did you have more than one concussion that you're aware of? Do you know?
No, that was the only one that I'm aware of.
And are you concerned about concussions in the future? Because you hear about in terms of athletes have multiple concussions or hits to the head.
Honestly, no, not really for myself. I think that part of that is just knowing that like I'm much stronger now and I've grown a lot. But I think part of it too is a lot of the preventative measures that, because that I got that concussion and we had just started the business like that pretty much that winter, like a month ago we had opened.
Dr. Dutch, why the interest in sports medicine for you? You've mentioned this a lot, and I know you're very active, so I'd like to hear your story.
A lot of it is, personally, I've always enjoyed not necessarily the movement, I do, but the benefits of it. And then seeing, I have a phrase that I've used for patients at times to say, hey, keep moving or you'll stop moving. And really, that's what life is. We're moving through life. You and Sheri obviously are innovators, and you're moving through the world and creating and doing great things. But really, any outcome of significance to make a difference in our world requires movement. And yes, mental, yes, things like that. But physical movement requires, a certain, essentially, modicum of baseline health. So that's of great interest.
Didn't mean to interrupt. I was just sorry. Before we go on break here in just a second, I wanted to just ask you though. Go back. You talked about the paradigm shift that you had in medicine. You think how has this changed you today in medicine? As I hear you talk now, it's just different than what I am used to hearing from a doctor.
Sure, I think really it's back to that. What is actually helping patients? I think really what is keeping them moving? What's keeping them vibrant? What's helping them make a shift or overcome an obstacle or break through status quo where they're at? And so then employing those highly effective tools to that, it really just brings joy to their lives and to our practice.
Well, and it's, you're lucky because you can see them going from point A to point B. You've got them, they come into you, I'm sure, with issues, so to speak, and you get to say, okay, you know what, let's put these into place. And I'm sure some of them walk back in, later on with their eyes popping wide open going, oh my gosh, this really worked. And I want to get into this after the break a little bit, but one thing that was big for me, and this made me a big believer, besides the ozone, and we'll talk a little bit about hormones. I mean,
I know that's
literally gave me my life back.
Topic.
We'll talk about that after the break.
A couple questions, real quick. Other sports, are you concerned that maybe athletes are getting too big, too strong, too soon?
That's interesting. We've had some athletes where their muscles are strong enough that their muscle strength actually can outgrow the strength of their bones and their connective tissue, which again, back to Sam's points of what can you do to support that? Are there supplements? Are there recovery modalities like hyperbaric oxygen that you can then keep up the entire body and the entire supportive structures along with that growth that you're producing, say, in the weight room practice? So yes, I have seen that, but we have tools for that.
We need to take a break, and we'll be right back more with Dr. Dodge in just a minute.
On that.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Do you want boots that actually feel good on your feet? Meindl delivers premium German-engineered comfort, brought to you right here from Nebraska. Built tough for trails, fields, and everyday wear, and backed by Meindl's Comfort Promise, so you can try them on with confidence. Use promo code THETICKET at MeindlUSA.com, spelled MEINDL, for free shipping. That's MeindlUSA.com. Meindl, comfort you have to feel to believe.
You're invited to a Halloween karaoke party at Madsen's Bowling and Billiards on October 31st. Stop by Madsen's from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. for live music and a live podcast, costume contest, poker, and of course, karaoke. Admission is free, and there's still plenty of TVs to catch the Friday night college football games as well. That's 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. on Friday, October 31st for the Halloween karaoke party at Madsen's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holder.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Midwest Bank is hosting our annual Thanksgiving food drive, partnering with local Lincoln schools to provide Thanksgiving dinners to families in need. We hope to provide meals for more than 120 families in our community this year. You can help by dropping off a donation at either Midwest Bank location, 7001 Pioneers Boulevard or 2655 Jamie Lane. Any donation is greatly appreciated. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People Seating Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks. Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels and Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
Hey, Husker Nation. This is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Back to What's Next 24 from the 93.7 The Ticket studio with the authors of Next 24.
All right, welcome back in. Harrison Runs on the 1s and 2s. As always, we got the host, Mike and Sheri, as well as guest, Dr. Jamie Dodge, and brought his tongue along Sam as well. If you guys want to join in, 402-464-5685. With that being said, I'll throw it back over to the host.
Welcome back, everybody. We're again, What's Next on 93.7 The Ticket. Special guest is Dr. Jamie Dodge from Alethea Integrative Medicine. Sheri, I think you had a few questions you wanted to ask. Why don't you jump in?
I could sit here for 2 hours.
Oh, I know.
Talking.
I know. This
is
is
a bad
interesting.
show for me because this is my high point of interest. And the thing is in the medical profession, like you said, there's always new innovative things. There's always new things to learn. And you grow by how much you learn, how much education you get. Anyways, we talked about a couple things. Let's start really quick. Tell us about the HBO, or the hyperbaric oxygen, and all the different things that it can help. It helps with concussions. My goodness, I didn't realize that. What an amazing thing. You see at high school, but I just saw when we were watching the game, a thing that came across. An NFL player just got fined $10,000, and excuse me, I don't remember the team, but $10,000.
New York Giants.
Because there was another player on another team that was in concussion protocol, and he came up to him and grabbed his helmet and started shaking his head. Tell us about some of this besides the concussions, other things that this can do.
Yeah, Sheri, it is back to just, I really appreciate Sam relating his concussion, because that's a scary thing as a parent to not only watch it happen, and in fact, we actually weren't quite there. We were actually, I think we were at the office and didn't quite make it to the Boys Town wrestling match. And when Sam called us, he was disoriented, and just, we knew something was going on. So right away, we had him in the hyperbaric chamber. And really what it does is you're breathing oxygen at greater than atmospheric pressure. And what that does is actually causes vasoconstriction. Blood vessels restrict in normal tissue, but they dilate in injured tissue. So what happens is you'll reduce swelling in an area, and you'll open up blood vessels to support those tissues that are injured. So you're giving your body oxygen at high concentration, but to specific injured areas. And it reduces inflammation. As you mentioned, it mobilizes, it activates stem cells, which are cells in your body that, when active, signal your body for repair and regeneration.
And I like the fact that you explained to me, because stem cell therapy is starting to become a lot more prevalent. You hear about it more. But I like that you clarified that it doesn't help you produce more stem cells. What does it do to those stem cells?
Really, it awakens them. At around age 30, they begin to go into what's called dormancy, and that increases throughout life. And it's not that they cease to exist or function. They're asleep. And so to wake them up, to activate them, it requires certain things, and hyperbaric oxygen is among those. There are other things that help with that too. We use intermittent fasting, we use near infrared light therapy. And these are all modalities that essentially tell your body to, hey, we've got something going on, let's get to work.
Dr. Dodge, let me stop you there for a minute. If you'd bring up the website that Dr. Dodge has on Alethea Health, Dr. Dutch, I'd like to just briefly, if you don't mind, just hit some of the bullet points here. You do primary care,
We do.
correct? Hormone balance therapy. What? Just briefly describe what is some of this. That's
Sure. So hormones, very, very popular, as they should be. They exist in all of us, and they are signals in the body. And when at proper levels, then your body functions as it's designed. And we find that there is a lot of imbalance, really, in today's world and today's people, for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, the normal process of aging can produce that, but also our diet and our environment and what we're exposed to and what we're able to do or not do, just as far as activity goes, shifts those hormones to a less than optimal state. So we work to then bring them back to optimization.
Well, and I think that there's been, I'm sorry, Mike. I think I get so excited.
I know.
about
I just want to make sure we hit some of
I think
this.
that, there's been a myth that, men produce the testosterone, women deal with the progesterone and the estrogen. But I found out kind of the hard way that women need certain levels of testosterone too. And I went through a very difficult time. And thanks to my daughters, they pushed me to see an integrative. She said, first thing we're going to do, she goes, you need to have your hormones run. Well, I asked my primary care doctor, no, we're not going to run hormones. She said, you had a hysterectomy, you haven't needed hormones. No, that's a moot point. This other doctor said, you know what, let's run them. Can we run them? She said, because I want to check a couple things out. Well, when they came back, her jaw was on the ground. I had zero testosterone. We started doing hormonal therapy, and I'm not kidding you. It gave me my life back. Not just feeling better physically, but mentally. I mean, the depression, the anxiety, everything was like, it was jaw dropping. And that was the main thing that made me start really doing research on this type of medicine that's being practiced and what it really can do.
It's very exciting because, just your story, and thank you for sharing, is so common where both women and men lose drive, motivation, mood changes, and to a degree, yeah, you're right, Sheri, that maybe a standard approach as going to the medical offices, well, that's just part of aging. Okay. Well, that might be like saying, running out of gas is just part of driving. Okay, but what if we kept our cars fueled up for optimal
Right.
performance and we're never at the side of the road trying to figure out how to get a tow truck here? We don't need to be there. We
Right.
can remain optimized throughout life and keep that mood, keep that motivation, keep that drive going so that, like you said, you not only have to work to get your life back, you keep it.
Right.
And you make it even better.
And I think there's a myth that, Mike and I were talking about this on the way down here. Men have hormonal imbalances too. And it's not just taking more testosterone to be a bodybuilder. It's not just taking more testosterone for the obvious reasons. We'll just leave it at that. But there's a whole lot more why men need to be tested and need to see if they're out of whack. Give us a little bit about the man side.
I agree. Yeah. And I think, again, a variety of reasons why that is. You can argue, and really it's borne out in population studies that testosterone levels are lower now than they were even 40 or 50 years ago.
Really?
And at younger ages. Lots of theories on that. Is it microplastics in the environment? Is it residual toxins in the food? Is it just general melees and, dopamine inducing devices, phones and all that sort of thing, blue light? Irregardless, yes, men face a lot of challenges insofar as hormone balance. So we work to reset that. We work to do a full assessment and figure out what environmental things can we add to that? Is it a different diet? Is it a different workout regimen? And then clearly we have options of exogenous adding the hormone.
Well, I want to jump in on as far as what you said earlier is the quality of life.
Mhm.
The quality, especially as I'm just using myself as an example. As I'm getting older, I noticed I need more sleep and other things. You offer vitamin supplements. I think too, and I think that's very confusing because people can go to IV or GNC, they get something off the shelf. They really just read what's on the box. The box looks good. Oh, that must work. What do you recommend as far as the right type of supplements for? You mentioned vitamin D, for example.
Sure.
Nobody really talks too much about vitamin D, or you hear zinc, or you hear this or that. How do you approach it?
Really, yes, it's a great question because it can be overwhelming. Again, walk into the store, so many options, go online, etc. We really like for the patients who are willing to do a full assessment, nutritional, whether that's some lab testing.
Right.
Almost always begin with that.
Well, let's back up. Okay, because of time, I want to make sure you're unique and different. I remember when we talked in the past. Let's go from the approach of I or an individual wants to meet with you. Tell us the process.
Yeah, really always do a discovery call just to say, hey, what are you looking for and how can we come alongside you? So we'll reach out, gather that information, and if it sounds like a good fit for people wanting to work with us, then we'll bring them in for a full assessment, hear their health story, where have you been, where you're at now, and where would you like to go? And with that, do a full lab assessment. We have obvious other innovative tools, scanners that we use, really to get a full picture of where somebody's at in their health currently. And then with that, looking at that data and saying, okay, where are some gaps we can fill in as we move towards this?
And let's mention the business side, because as I told you in the past, usually when I have visited a physician, I never saw my actual physician. I saw a nurse practitioner or someone comes in the office, and I was at one doctor's office for over a year, never did actually meet the name that's on the building. But that's not in your case, is it? People meet with you.
We have a team, and
yes,
and it's great, and I meet with many patients, and what we also offer is a full team where every member of that team does have an area of specific interest. We're all talented in integrative approaches and in a holistic approach to care, while retaining the ability to utilize medical technology, medical knowledge from a traditional standpoint as well. And each individual then works to gather that person's story and apply those modalities.
Because it's not a cookie cutter approach, is
it? It really isn't. No.
So you're getting a team.
You get a team.
Yeah.
At least you get a team.
At your business, how can they work with you long term for wellness goals? I never hear that. It's only when I'm ill. It's only when I'm sick. It's Mike. It's you got that hernia. Let's see where it hurts.
Yeah.
Go see a surgeon, and
yes.
Of course you need to see a surgeon.
Well,
let me back up on that. But even from when he first got the diagnosis, he had first had the surgery a year ago, just little. It was just little. And then all of a sudden, something popped, and it was like, oh, went back and saw the surgeon. It's popped open. It's bigger. Didn't use mesh this time. Now we're gonna have to do a bigger surgery. Okay, so from when we got that diagnosis to the date of the surgery, it was a couple of weeks. What could we have done to kind of start that healing process for him before he even had the surgery and after?
Yeah, really using some of the modalities that we have, let's make sure the nutritional status is exactly where it needs to be. You mentioned hormones, those are needed for repair and regeneration. And then we'd most likely prep with some hyperbaric oxygen to get those stem cells activated, reduce any inflammation, and get the oxygen levels up to where they need to be, really to just accelerate that recovery post surgery.
We got to take a quick break, but I want to get this in real quick before I forget. Do you practice or facilitate a lot of college athletes, high school athletes, the schools?
Yes, lots of in my mind anyway, I started to keep track of all the state medals that we've had for people that have come in and worked with us. But yes, collegiate, high school, and then pre-high school athletes.
All right, with that, we need to take a break. We'll be right back.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the whole ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at our downtown studio at 11th and O. Sponsored by Select Plumbing, Raising Cane's, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Currency, and the Kindler Hotel.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Calling all caffeinated Husker fans. Looking to boost your energy and focus? Caffeine alone won't do the trick. Enter Cranium Energy Drinks based out of Fremont, Nebraska, founded by lifelong Husker fans. Cranium is more than just caffeine. Every can has highly dosed nootropics that help boost mental clarity, paired with 150 milligrams of natural caffeine to provide smooth, long-lasting energy, as well as enhanced focus. Find it at Hy-Vee Health Markets in Nebraska and Council Bluffs, as well as select gas stations and supplement stores. Or purchase online at drinkcranium.com, spelled with a Y after the I. Enter code EARLYBREAK for 10% off your order.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agriculture storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post-frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com. Looking for someone to clean out your gutters or aerate your yard this fall? Call Isaac at Woida Outdoor Solutions today at 402-607-9154. Get your gutters cleaned today with a phone call to Woida Outdoor Solutions at 402-607-9154.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Back to What's Next 24 from the 93.7 The Ticket Studio with the authors of Next 24.
All right, welcome back in. What's Next 24? Harrison runs the ones and twos. We got the host, as always, Mike and Sheri, as well as the guest, Dr. Jamie. With that being said, we'll throw it over to the host, Mike.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We're just got a few minutes left. Sam, I got to get you back to jump in here. We were talking off air. First of all, what do you think about what your dad's doing and you, what's your perspective of this business?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really life-changing stuff, and I mean, you can't know the full extent until you try it. But just for me, as an athlete, as a very active young person, just the ability to always be able to keep going and to have faith in the medicine and really faith in my health and in my body because of all of the really preventative care and all the wellness that I have, and just quality of life increases that I have from just not being sick all the time, not being injured or anything, and just I get to live free.
Well, I'm excited about it too from the other perspective. You know, I never thought, and I do laugh about it, but because I feel healthy, but I am 64. But I'm happy that there's this type of medicine. There's this type of approach. In my family's history day, it wasn't like this. It was not like this. You went to the doctor when you were ill. You went to the doctor when you were seriously ill. You know, as you got older. Dr. Dodge, let me ask a couple questions. What's maybe some of the myths that about this type of healthcare that you can demolish today? Is there any type of myths out there?
Yeah, I think again, a lot of it, Michael, as I mentioned, was just mindset of just, you know, back to your point, I only go to the doctor when I'm sick, and I get that. I mean, that's a lot of times what people are conditioned to do or to expect, and yes. Really, I think some of the myths are low expectations of maybe themselves as patients. Like, well, I can't be healthy because I'm this age or this challenge came up in my life, and low expectations of maybe the medical field in general, where they know, like, you know, they can give me a pretty high power surgery if I need it, but, you know, for the day to day, I can't really rely on anything to be innovative or helpful to me as far as just my energy and my mood and moving through life. And I think dispelling those myths, you know what, doesn't matter the age, doesn't matter the challenge. You know, we can help break through that status quo. We can help move beyond that where you are feeling good. You are moving through life with purpose, and vitality.
Let me ask, how can people who hear this are interested to talk to you, how can they best get a hold of you?
Well, we have our website, alethea.md, and Aletheia is Greek for truth, so I apologize for the spelling of it. It's a Greek word, but really true health and true transformation, and where we're reimagining healthcare.
Now you're expanding.
Yes.
You have expanded a little bit.
Yeah, we've partnered with another innovative group of people in Washington State to develop Paradigm Wellness. And because there was a growing demand, really. People like yourselves, like me, even parents of young people like Sam are looking for, you know, really, how do we optimize? How do we get through life and not just get through, but really thrive?
Absolutely.
So,
Sam,
let's get Sam in here.
Going into family business?
You know what? I've been thinking about it. I told him off air. I've been looking into the military, actually being a parajumper. That's kind of the medical that would probably be the medical route that I would take if I took one.
A parajumper, you better keep in
Dr. Dodge,
close
what-
contact with Dad.
What do you think? We've only got about 1 minute left, so I want to make sure you get the last minute. What would you, and both you and Sam, you can jump in here too. What would you like to say to the community?
I don't know. Go to Alethea.
There you go.
Get the hyperbaric.
No, I appreciate it. Really, just we can help transform. Whether that's a mindset, that's a health challenge that you've been succumbed to. But look, we'd love to work with you and help you reach your health goals.
Well, it's very exciting. It's very exciting, the changes of what's happening. I'm so glad you are doing this, and I will personally make an office visit. All right, with that, we're finished up for this week. Sheri, you got a last word? How about see you next week?
Believe it or not, today I do not.
All right.
Only because I'm having a sinus issue
Yeah,
today.
we'll see you next week, and I'm glad the Huskers won. We'll see you next week.
Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Fern as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny Kreekak of State Farm Insurance.
Do you want boots that actually feel good on your feet? Meindl delivers premium German-engineered comfort, brought to you right here from Nebraska. Built tough for trails, fields, and everyday wear, and backed by Meindl's Comfort Promise, so you can try them on with confidence. Use promo code THETICKET at MeindlUSA.com, spelled MEINDL, for free shipping. That's MeindlUSA.com. Meindl, comfort you have to feel to believe.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20.